All right, teachers, thanks for joining me today. We are going to take a look at a tool called classroomscreen.com. Classroomscreen.com is super awesome. It has all kinds of tools for you to keep your class on task, to keep them organized, and classroom management. It's just a really neat tool. I even used it in my middle school classroom, even though it looks very elementary, and the middle school kids were into it big time as well. So it looks like this come a ways since I used it several years ago. You can now have a login if you have a pro account and save your classroom screen setup, which is really neat, although it doesn't take that long to set it up and just use it for free. Let's take a look at the pricing though real quick just to see what we get here. $29.90. You have got some that you use, like say a test day screen or a review day. You could save all those and just be able to load them up real quick. Pretty cool. Might be worth it. Let's launch classroom screen. So right off the bat here, I know I want to change the background picture because I'm sure cats are okay, but I'm just not into a cutie kitten background. Oh, sweet. There we go. History teacher and me likes this here, Petra and Jordan. If we want the students to be able to scan something and get somewhere, we can add a web address here. Well, that just generated a QR code for edtechmrbrown.com. So if I needed you to go there to work on an assignment, I can have that up there on my screen up there coming from the projector, and you can jump there to work on it right. So we can add a text box also. So now we've got some directions with our QR code, and we can rearrange this a little bit to make it look better on our screen. We could add a traffic light. We could put a timer on there. You got 10 minutes to get this assignment done. I'm going to start the timer here. We can have that rolling. We can also run it as a stopwatch if we want to count up on the time. We can have the clock on there with the time that has both digital and analog time. So maybe I want to have that up in the top left corner of my screen. So the clock is always available. Your kid's always asking you what's today's date. Boom, let's throw the calendar on there as well. So we've got the clock and the calendar up on our screen. Work symbols is cool. Maybe you want them working quietly. You want them to work at a whisper. They're allowed to ask a neighbor. Group work. You can have this on here. So maybe I'd throw this over by my assignment. I want them to know they can work together on this. You could draw things if we want to draw something, kind of like a whiteboard. The sound level is cool. So you can set the sensitivity to whatever you want it to as to when the bell is going to go off. And give them a little warning that they need to be quiet. We can embed some media. So if we wanted to put a YouTube video up here on our screen, we could put an image. We could embed the webcam or a document camera. We can have a random name generator. So this would be a really cool, you can save up to 3 lists with the free account. Very good. And we can also set it up if we wanted to roll 1, 2, or 3 dice. You can see there's lots of cool little classroom management tools to throw on your classroom screen, and this is the kind of thing that's just going to be running up there on the screen in the background while you're teaching and class is going on.